You want to watch this episode if you want to know the answer. Hey, I'm tired of COVID. When is it going to get back to normal? Hi, Mitchell Levy, global credibility expert. And this particular question was so exciting for me to think about it. So here's the question. Mitchell, I am tired of COVID and living in this confined, different world. When is it going to get back to normal? Are you ready? Never. There is no new normal. That seems silly to me when people say those words. There is no normal. What's happened, one of the things that COVID, as horrific as COVID was, one of the things that came out of it was a wake-up call. Actually, in many cases, a beautiful wake-up call for so many people who had a chance to take in the old days, a station identification, to take a break in terms of their lives, in terms of their living their existence based on somebody else's rules and based on the motion or the movement or the idea that they need to live up to some level expectations. And when they reach the pinnacle, they retire and life is beautiful and grand. But I could live my life working for somebody else and do this other stuff. And all right, sorry, I'm ranting. What they did is they woke up, and many people woke up and they recognized that they don't like their lives for so many different reasons. Unfortunately, for many people, it's who they're living with and the existence they have. That one we don't touch. So at least I don't touch. That's not what I do in terms of Credibility Nation and things we're focused on. What I will touch are those people who had, in different areas of the country, different areas of the world, who have a 1.5 to 2 hour commute to their physical work every single day, each way, where they're spending, 3 to 4 hours every day in commute time. These people woke up, particularly those that were able to maintain their job and work from their home. They woke up and they go, oh, I don't like this commute and I don't want to have it back. There are definitely benefits of being in a physical location, the serendipity, the things that happen. On the other hand, think about, if it's 4 hours a day, think about 20 hours extra a week that is in if you're running a company, your employees' hands. And maybe you come in once a week, or maybe you come in 2 days a week for special events and activities that are going on, and facilitating a world in which people can actually work where they want, when they want, doing, most importantly, what they want, what they love doing, focusing on their purpose and delivering value. So what's happened is many people have woken up and they go, I don't like the way things were. When can they go back to normal? When can they go back to the way they were? The thing is, if you really didn't like the way they were, but you just settled into it because that's what you were expected to do, that's what you were told to do, that's what everyone else did, that's what your parents and friends do, or you could actually say, I don't like it. I don't want it. I want something different. The younger generation is smarter these days by recognizing that where they work, who they work for, they want to add value. They don't want to wait till they get older and retire, or older and they have money to add value. They want to work for a company that's adding value to the world today. They want to add value in a way that it makes sense to those around them. They want to work for a company who says, this is what we do, this is how we add value, this is how we serve, this is the pain point we address, and it turns into be, and they actually not only say that, but they do what they say. So they have the integrity and the authenticity to say what they do and do what they say, and they do it well, and they're adding value to society, and that's what our younger generation wants. And maybe in the past we would say, God, that's silly. Maybe when you get older, you can do that. By the way, I never said that, but I've heard so many people say that. But now, as the we seem to be getting on the top of COVID and what it is, and things are going back to a world where business is picking up and types of collaboration happens. Many of us have PTSD that we need to get over. Once again, not an area that I focus on. So it's the agoraphobic, those people who don't want to be in groups anymore. By the way, I'm in one of those, so that's something I need to work on personally. But B, those people who recognize that maybe this younger generation is right. Maybe it is about being a servant leader. Maybe it is about doing the right thing. Maybe it is about loving what we do. And we go into work when there's a actual need to do that, but now having experienced as much time as we had, figuring out how valuable we could be by saving the commute time and working effectively from our locations. Let's work on making those people who want to work where they want to work, where they're going to be more effective. Let's work on making it easy for people to work where it's appropriate for them. Things will never get back to normal. And as a boss, your job is to empower your people to be successful, not just for the company, but for their lives. And so what are you doing? How can you make it happen? How can the days for me as a boss, I immediately recognized once COVID happened that I was not just the person sharing where the company was going, what's going on, which, by the way, now my team does that as well, which is so much better because they're empowered. But also the person that was the friend, the confidant, the marriage counselor, the type of person that needs to care about those people that are in my lives and allowing them to have and recognize they have a much more robust life than just what they do when they come to the office. Actually, I'm virtual, so the virtual office. So when are things getting back to normal? Never. And that is a good thing. You owe it as a human being. You owe it to yourself to live a life in which you're happy, you're content. You do this by being seen, being heard, being appreciated, and being paid appropriately for it. You do that by being of service to others. And that recognition of the service to others are doing things in such a way where you've monetized that and adding value. Whether you're doing that for another company and that company has helped you do that. And so your job is to encourage your boss and their boss to put in infrastructure to help you be the best you can be at the job you're doing, where you're adding value, not just to your clients, which are absolutely important, but you're adding value to those around you, including your family, or whether or not you're working for yourself. If you're not doing what you love and not getting paid to do what you love, well, fix that. Figure out where your value is. Figure out what I call it the CPoP, what your customer point of pain is. Figure that out, articulate it, become a magnet to drive people to come to you because you can solve that. For those people that go to Credibility Nation, we have a course. It's a half-hour course that will help you find your CPoP. It will help you articulate what is your customer point of pain. So I'd encourage you, join Credibility Nation, go to the CPoP course, take the course, and then there's actually a topic where you can actually say, this is what I'm doing, this is my CPoP, what do you think? And people will chime in and listen to that and give you feedback. Because you deserve it, not just to do work because you need to do work and get paid money and you hate what you do. Because, by the way, the word hate should be completely out of your vocabulary. You should be doing what you love doing. And you should do it for those around you and be of service to others. In summary, we are never getting back to normal, and we shouldn't want to. We should want a better, more productive, more fulfilling, more satisfying life. And I've outlined a way in which you can do that. Articulate your CPoP, allow people to get attracted where you add value, your customer point of pain and where you add value, and make sure it's something you love doing. Hey, I hope you found that useful and interesting. and look forward to seeing you over at Credibility Nation. Thanks. Take care. Bye.